I'm coming into the HiFi Deluxe show here in Munich. This is a fantastic intimate show. It's held in the Munich's Marriott Hotel. Here we come into the desk. Hi, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Hi, how's the show going?
Very good.
Awesome. Awesome. What do you have when you sign up or an attendee comes into the show? What does the attendee receive?
So they receive a list of all of our exhibitors.
Okay.
And the floor plan.
Okay.
So they can go around, they can have a button, they can buy a t-shirt, and they can buy a CD.
Excellent.
That's it.
So you have t-shirts?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what do we have over here?
CDs.
We have CDs?
The HiFi Deluxe CDs.
Oh, outstanding. So there's sampled music on the CDs? Oh, that's great. Okay, well I think I'm going to grab a button and everybody's going to join me here today, tomorrow, and Saturday at HiFi Deluxe. Thumbs up.
Very good.
Thumbs up for HiFi Deluxe. We've just finished HiFi Deluxe. HiFi Deluxe is a secondary show to the High-End Society's major event here in Munich, Germany. HiFi Deluxe is at the Marriott Hotel. It's intimate, it's small, and the rooms sound simply fantastic. What I like about HiFi Deluxe is the intimacy of it. You pass people in the halls, you say hello. It doesn't have that super business atmosphere and go-go feel of the High-End Society show over at the Munich Order Center, or we call it the MOC. This year's show had some of the best sound I've ever heard at an audio show. The FM acoustics room with the reference loudspeaker. Oh my gosh, wait till you see that video. You'll meet Manuel from FM Acoustics. He hasn't exhibited at a hi-fi show in 5 years. You must watch the video. Another must-watch video, the Rhythm Room. Those little louder drivers are just singing in their top-of-the-line loudspeakers. It's the first time they've exhibited their cost-no-object loudspeaker system. And that was with Audio Pax. Audio Pax is a small tube company, and they have single-ended and parallel amplifiers that just match perfectly with the rhythm speakers. Wait till you see that video. Now there are many fine rooms here at HiFi Deluxe. A major standout room for this reviewer was the Malvalve room. Dieter from Malvalve schlepped I don't know how many tube amps, tube preamps, tube phonostages. I mean, it was wall-to-wall tubes. He had hung some black drapes on the side of the room. It looked like you were going into the world of tubes. He had these nondescript loudspeakers, rectangular shape on another rectangular lower box. And they were a combination of electrostatic and magnestatic. And on the last day of the show, they utterly disappeared in the room with a clarity I don't think I've heard before. It was almost as if you could hear in and around the instruments. And you'll see it in the video. But I'll tell you, if you were shouldered up next to me in that exhibit, you would be going, how do I buy these? How can I live without this sound? It was that good. Another super standout room was Audio Machina. Now, Audio Machina makes loudspeakers. They're based in California. They have aluminum box design. It's kind of an odd look. It comes down like this, and then it opens around a little bit. And you walk into the room and you go, plain Jane, Me Too looking loudspeakers. They were comboed up with Einstein, and Einstein electronics are indeed some of the best in the world. Volker from Einstein was sitting in the corner, and he had a big smile on his face when I walked in the room because he was getting really good sound. It sounded like you were at a concert. The way that the sound developed at the far end of the room was utterly amazing. It had all of that dimensionality, a little bit of reverberation that a concert has. I mean, if I could bottle that sound and take it home, man, oh man, I'd be like the happiest man in the world. So that was an outstanding room. And then another fine sounding room, a great sounding room, was von Schweikert paired with Modrite. The German distributor Ibex put this room together. And we had been in this room last year, and they weren't happy with the sound. They had angled the speakers and canted them off to the side like you'll sometimes see. And whenever you see that at a show and you see angled loudspeakers, there's something amiss. Don't be fooled. This year, they were just firing straight on. I sat down in a sweet spot. I put on Sierra Una Noche from MA Recordings, and I just melted in the chair. It was fantastic the way the images just kind of grew and blossomed. Now, we all know in real life, we don't hear the imagery that we do in our systems, but that imagery, it helps us suspend belief. I don't want to hear what I hear at a concert or in real life in my stereo system because it won't be good enough, because you have to have more because you're in your own home environment. You don't have the overtones in real life. They get removed in the recording chain. So I'm a major champion of soundstage, image placement, space. It adds to the experience. And that room had it in spades. In fact, all of the rooms were good. There was not a dog in the bunch. If you come to Munich for the big show, take time. They have a shuttle bus that runs each day back and forth to the big show over to HiFi Deluxe. You won't be disappointed, and you may hear some of the most exotic, cool stuff you've ever heard. In fact, the exotic coolest award has to go to this turntable in the shape of a piano. You'll see it in the video. And it's got, you've seen pictures of it, it looks like a bow for a violoncello. And it's about the A long, the bow, which makes up the tone arm, and it's got a string, looks like a nylon tensioner. And the turntable operator, he adjusted it, the tension on the lower part of the bow, which is the tone arm, and you could hear a difference. He could dial a little bit more detail, a little less detail. Wait till you see that video. It is, I don't know what to say. As good as that turntable in the shape of the piano was, the most outrageous turntable I've ever seen in my life is the Ludicchio turntable. And it was making the most wonderful music in the a cappella room. The designer, Alfred Rudolph, he made it for himself. And it comes out once a year to HiFi Deluxe. And it's almost worth flying from Hong Kong or New York or San Francisco or Los Angeles just to come here and see that turntable. But if you don't have time, you can watch the video. All in all, this was a spectacular show this year. If you come to Munich for the big show, you can't miss HiFi Deluxe. A little bit more exotics come here, smaller and intimate. The sound of the rooms is utterly fantastic. Peter Breuninger reporting in Munich for HiFi Deluxe.